Let's first start with a brief intro about Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj, born as Annika Tanaya Maraj, was born on December 8, 1982 in St. James, Trinidad and Tobago. Her father Robert Maraj was a financial executive and a part-time gospel singer. He's also of Indo-Trinidadian and Afro-Trinidadian descent. Her mother, Carol Maraj, also a gospel singer, is of Afro-Trinidadian ancestry. Carol worked in payroll and accounting departments during Minaj's youth. Minaj's father was addicted to alcohol and other drugs, and had a violent temper, burning down their house in December 1987. She has two siblings. As a small child, Minaj and a sibling lived with her grandmother in St. James. Her mother, who had moved to the Bronx, New York to attend Monroe College and brought her husband 6 months later, brought them to Queens, New York, when Minaj was 5. By then the family had a house on West 147th Street. Minaj recalled, "I don't think I had a lot of discipline in my household. My mom motivated me, but it wasn't a strict household. I kind of wanted a strict household." Minaj successfully auditioned for admission to LaGuardia High School in Manhattan, which focuses on visual and performing arts. After graduation, Minaj wanted to become an actress, and she was cast in the off-Broadway play In Case You Forget in 2001. When her acting career failed to take off, at age 19 she worked as a waitress at Red Lobster in the Bronx, but was fired for discourtesy to customers. She said she was fired from at least 15 jobs for similar reasons. She also worked as an administrative assistant, in customer service, and as an office manager for a Wall Street business. Minaj also has stated that after her father went to rehab and began attending church, he got saved and started changing his life. In July 2011, Minaj's cousin, Nicholas Telemack, was murdered near his home in Brooklyn, which she references in her songs Champion, "'Cause they killed my little cousin, Nicholas, but my memory's only happy images, and All Things Go. I lost my little cousin to a senseless act of violence." In late 2014, Minaj separated from her longtime boyfriend Safari Samuels. Several tracks on the Pink Print are believed to have been inspired by the end of their relationship. She also revealed she had an abortion as a teenager in her song All Things Go. Minaj also began dating rapper Meek Mill in early 2015. On January 5, 2017, Nicki Minaj announced via Twitter that she had ended her 2-year relationship with Meek Mill. Then she signed with Brooklyn group Full Force, in which she rapped. Then soon later she became viral. Now, let's get deep. Illuminati puppet and selling soul to the devil. Okay, we all know that Nicki has always been upfront of what she's been possessed by. She said that she's possessed by a young boy named Roman. She said that he's a crazy boy who lives in her and he says things that she doesn't want to say, and that she asked him to leave but he can't. He's here for a reason. People conjured him up. Now he won't leave. Okay, we know that. Nicki Minaj was nominated for 2 awards at the 2015 Grammys, but it's a shame she didn't perform, because the last time she did it was quite the event. After walking the red carpet dressed in a religious robe, accompanied by a Pope look-alike, she went all-out exorcist while performing Roman Holiday. She was literally climbing up walls, floating in the air, and generally doing what possessed people will do. Let's look back, shall we? If you were possessed by an angry spirit named Roman, this is what you'd look like: applying lipstick, and the sight of a priest would make you scurry up a wall. When he tried to banish that demon, you'd start freaking out, and try to escape from those shackles. So, you might be tempted to grope a priest, but the demon still isn't gone. So you'd pull an escape like this. It also seems that Nicki Minaj is possessed by many demons and she seems to be okay with it. But it's not the demons that she's possessed with is one of the main problems. It's the fact that she seems to always start feuds with anyone that hold a threat to her. You all remember the feud she started with Taylor Swift, whereas Nicki made a comment about women celebrating slim bodies getting nominated for Video of the Year, then Taylor taking offense to it and thought that she was talking about her and then a big feud jumped off. Then the two had to make up by performing together at the next awards ceremony. Then she had a feud with Iggy Azalea and accusing her of not being authentic and not original, among other things. So, the two went back and forth via Twitter and live performances. Nicki saw that Iggy was stealing her limelight and had to run her off quick, with the help of her fans and online bullying. Iggy later stopped performing altogether. Then she had some beef with the OG Lil' Kim, the rapper that she copied from, because Lil' Kim was thinking of making a comeback and that will mean stealing the limelight away. You see, Kim rapped about her in her song called Identity Theft, which is so true. The feud died down and then resurfaced again in 2013 when she dissed Minaj again in her own remix to Beyoncé's Minaj-assisted Flawless remix. But lately it seems that most of Minaj's beefs has been quite one-sided. Then there's Demi Lovato, sent a jab to the rapper's way after Minaj failed to mention her in a recent Instagram photo from the 2016 Met Gala on Monday. When you aren't mentioned in a post, but didn't do shit to the person, Lovato wrote on a Snapchat photo, according to E! Online. Whereas both Lovato and Minaj were dressed in Moschino by Jeremy Scott for the event, Lovato took to Instagram, uploading a photo of Minaj seemingly sending her a sharp look on the lavish gala's red carpet. Then she went on to say, "This pretty much summed up my first and probably last Met." Lovato captioned the picture, "I'm obviously laughing at the fact that 1. I looked incredibly awkward and 2. That the shade being thrown in this picture actually gives me life." Minaj didn't comment on Lovato's statements. Earlier last year, Minaj went head-to-head with 24-year-old Abraham in an NSFW Twitter feud after the super bass rapper criticized the reality TV star's relationship with her mother on Teen Mom OG. "Farrah is a cunt to her mother," Minaj tweeted while apparently watching an episode of the MTV show. She posted this on Twitter. "Instead of dragging your mother, learn the difference between your and your dingbat." Abraham hit back at the rapper, writing, "'Cause you're a parent, right? Your videos look like porn. Horrible, good luck being negative. God bless, busy making TV." Then Nicki retweeted by saying, "Your mother didn't open her legs and have that child. Be happy she's helping. Stop talking to her like that on TV, you little cunt." Then Farrah went on to say this, "To be clear, my mom doesn't help me. I help her. I love and care for my mom. Stop disgusting talk." The spat did continue with Minaj urging Abraham to treat her mother better. "Be happy she's helping," Minaj tweeted. But then Minaj seemed to wash her hands of the feud. A Twitter video surfaced, in the days following the feud, of Abraham's daughter Sophia calling Minaj a total loser. Then there was the feuds of all feuds. The one she had with the queen herself, Mariah Carey, on the America's Idol, whereas Minaj warred with fellow panelist Carey. You see, an Idol source told People then that Carey doesn't think rapper Minaj can sing and doesn't think she should be judging folks. I completely agree with this, by the way. It seems that Mariah was saying little things to jab at Nicki from day one of shooting. Although others said Carey did not provoke Minaj. They then had a profanity-laced outburst because suggested Minaj was fed up. Do note that these once cordial stars have not publicly patched things up, and they then announced their departure from the show on the same day in 2013. Then there's the recent feud she had with Remy Ma. It seems that Nicki cancelled on Saturday after Remy Ma unleashed a new diss track against Nicki Minaj called Shether, a playoff of Nas' iconic 2001 diss called Ether against Jay-Z, utilizing the same menacing Ron Bros-produced beat. The nearly 7-minute-long track finds the Bronx rapper exposing the Queen's MC in a hard-hitting barrage of claims that cite Minaj's family, specifically her brother, label deals and but while also gunning for the title Queen of Rap. Then Remy assured in a recent Breakfast Club interview, if you look at the history of Remy Ma, whenever I've had a problem with any female in the entire game, I will say your name. She not only called out Annika by her rap name, she also cited several hip-hop associates connected to Minaj. Here's a guide to the name dropping, plus any reactions to the savagery. Trey Songz. Collaborator is heard on Touchin', Lovin' and Bottoms Up, Shether Lines, and I Saw Meek at All-Star. He told me your ass dropped. He said he couldn't fuck you for 3 months because your ass dropped. Meek. Drake. Safari. I see men in your pants and perhaps any mention of man. Then Trey Songz responded by taking to Twitter to make a general assessment of the shout-out by saying, even when you stay out of the way they will have ya name all in some shit. Wake up to new comedy every day. Focus. After a few tweets, he then tweeted to Nicki Minaj, you need to be mad at Remy. Nicki, cause if you check my Instagram feed I already denied it on video so words didn't get misconstrued. I didn't post anything indirect. I gathered an understanding of events and then spoke my piece. You just mad. I still love you. He threw in another I love you before promoting his site. I will leave the link to her track in the description. By the way, there is nothing that Remy said that wasn't true. But I think Nicki have met her match in Remy. So, it seems that Nicki has some serious narcissism issues. She wants to be the only female rapper in the game. She always annihilates her competition with threats and social bullying. I can go on and on with her feuds, but in the end only the true talented person will be left standing. You shouldn't have to go to extreme measures to get the public to like you. I like Nicki, but all she seems to rap about lately is sex, money, and men. She surgically enhanced her body to gain approval and she creates beef to remain in the limelight. She also seems to be demonically possessed by a little boy demon, and young female child demon that was created by her own demons and childhood issues. Judging by her costumes earlier on her career, she seems to have some abandonment issues as well. She also may have issues with bullying herself because she seems to always come to her defense whenever someone says something about her. But I don't think she was the victim of bullying. I think she was the bully. And how do you deal with a bully? You overthrow them. I believe Remy will not run scared like Iggy and she won't back down. She will continue to go at her until she comes out on top. I just pray this doesn't end in a bloodbath.